Junior Locke and Paddy Kevane, thanks a million for joining us from the St. Vincent de Paul. I was just saying it to Elaine this morning, Junior, it's our 7th year of Christmas Jumper Day. And to be fair to the people of Kerry, they have not left us down in the past couple of Christmases with this. It's been an easy fundraiser in the sense that it's not too hard to do the organisation side of it, but it's been fun in the sense that people have gotten behind it, haven't they?
Yeah, and I think it's brilliant. And I think Kerry people have always been like that. I think have been supportive of whatever charity it is, St. Vincent de Paul or whatever. They've always rode in between behind their local charity and really, really supported. They're probably the best supporters out there, I suppose. Being from Kerry, we'll have to say that. But yes, they are. It doesn't matter what we do, and they're brilliant. And it has been great for the radio really to come in behind us for 7 years. It's hard to believe.
Yeah.
I suppose some people would remember the auction days before the Jumper Day was another busy one. But this has been phenomenal, and for us, like it's brilliant. This time of year is our busiest, hardest time, and it's great that we have a fundraiser at this time of year.
Yeah. Well, actually, Elaine and I remember those auction days. They were both great crack and unbelievably stressful. Do you remember those, Elaine? And all the crack that had to go with it.
You know, you'd get some random item and you'd be doing your best to try to sell it. It might be just some tool or something. You know, I wouldn't have a clue what I was selling, but it was good fun.
Trying to put a description on it and make it exotic. Yeah. Brilliant. Yeah.
Stuff to
like. It's one of these things you have in an auction that you're trying to sell it and say you can't do without this.
Yeah.
You know, and everyone is bidding for it, like, and then you're chasing all the work behind chasing up in it.
You're well turned out in the Christmas jumpers, Paddy. You went digging for the jumper. You found it anyway.
I found it, yeah, after a while. Tore the wardrobe apart, but I found it.
Good stuff.
There's a mess at home now, but that's okay.
That's fine too. That's fine
okay.
Listen, Paddy, tell me the story with I mean, obviously there's been thousands raised, right? But the one thing that Elaine and I and the rest of the staff at Radio Kerry always try to drum home to people is how vital a service St. Vincent de Paul is. But probably even more so for Christmas in general. It's always it's a busy time for St. Vincent de Paul, but it's an important time as well, isn't it?
It's a very important time. I mean, at the end of the day, for a lot of people, Christmas can be very tough. As much as and you know, this year is going to be, you know, unfortunately, be a lot tougher on people. So for us to be able to be there, to be the hand up if we can, that, you know, that if there is somebody there that they need a Christmas Day dinner, that's something that we can provide. If there is somebody there that they need a bit of food assistance, you know, we're there to assist them or something else. And at least, you know, the days are dreary, the days are dark, but at least that they know that the Society, St. Vincent de Paul, we're still here, we're still there to give as much of a hand as we can. But times are tough. You know, there are a lot more people looking for our help. We've lost most of our fundraising, you know, church gate collections, our shops were closed for a long time because of COVID. We've had to adapt to, you know, to the situation like everybody else. And the main thing is for us to be able to continue to be able to help people as volunteers.
Yeah, of
course. Yeah.
And Paddy, we should remind people as well, if it's their first time getting involved in Christmas Jumper Day, I mean, the funds that we raise stay in Kerry, and the funds are used to buy hampers to distribute to people in Kerry. And like you say, I mean, it's been such an incredibly tough year for so many people. Like, people have lost their jobs. It's been very, very, they've lost family members and all the rest. So this is a small way really to try to make sure people at least have a Christmas, but just to remind people as well that what the actual money goes towards. So can you give us a brief outline of once you have the funds, what you actually put together for people for Christmas?
So I just give an example of what we did last year. Last year we distributed over 900 hampers around Kerry, Christmas hampers. That was on a few days before Christmas. A huge logistical operation, but we managed to do it, and we have for many years. We distributed over 350 Christmas Day dinners. We had an event in St. John's Parish Hall in Castle Street last year, where anybody could go in off the street, and if there was a dinner that they wanted, even if it was company, it didn't matter your background or anything like that. It was just a social outlet, and it was very successful, on top of the Meals on Wheels as well. We also assisted people when it came to heating, because heating is a bit of an issue, obviously, around winter time, and for various reasons or not, people mightn't have access to heating, and that's where we'd step in. This year, we're expecting to distribute over 1,000 hampers around Kerry. We are going to have Christmas Day dinners again this year, but obviously because of social distancing, it won't be possible to have people in a hallway. It's going to be meals on wheels to be brought to the person's home. And if there's anybody at all that would like a Christmas Day dinner or needs assistance for Christmas, please do come in contact with us. We're still there. We're still there to help. But we need your help as well.
Yeah, and Junior, sorry, you go, Junior.
Most of all, I suppose, Santi came to everyone last year.
Great.
And we made sure that Santi didn't leave anyone out. He didn't pass their houses. Maybe their lights weren't on because they had electricity. We made sure the electricity was on and he could see where he was going, and the presents landed in. And we'll be doing the exact same again this year, making sure that everybody gets their ties. Santi can see his way to their house.
Yeah, and it's
important.
Exactly, very important, and I think it's you're dead right, Junior. It's very important to have that known to people as well. Do you feel that, obviously Paddy said it there, that this Christmas, with everything going on with COVID-19, this Christmas will be even more vital in some ways. Do you feel that people are approaching St. Vincent de Paul much more so than in previous years?
We have, because we have a lot of different people coming, and as Paddy said there, like the amount of the meals on wheels that we were giving out was phenomenal this year. I suppose we started on the, giving out 70 dinners on a Saturday before the pandemic, to up to about 370 per day during the pandemic.
Wow.
It has come back down because people were able to get out and a bit more when the restrictions went. But there is a lot of people out there, vulnerable people out there. They've all different ailments. They might be physical, not able to go out, go to the local restaurant. A lot of people depend on the likes of the Broad, Rays to go out and have something to eat, and they're not there, so they're maybe not in a position to cook, mightn't have the facilities, they mightn't have the physical ability to do it or mental ability to cook, and that's why we're there to make sure that everyone gets a dinner wherever it is during the day, during the week. So that has been a big call on us this year. We also have a lot of cases coming this year are a bit, a lot more, demanding, and it takes a lot more experience, and other organisations have been involved in it with regards to rent, mortgages. People are in trouble. They lost their jobs. Some people are down to 220 again, their mortgages would be that every week. What they have a choice. Do they pay the mortgage? Do they buy food? Children are looking for toys. Do they buy a toy? Do they pay for the rent? That is and a lot of pressure on a lot of people this year. So hopefully, if we're there to try to take some of the pressure off, we can't take it all, but we'll do our best to really have pressure at Christmas. And
remind us of the locations again, Paddy, because there's obviously shops all over the whole county, and there's services everywhere.
Yeah, so just to mention, we have a shop in Castle Street, Tralee. We have a shop in Fiery Lane, Tralee. And then we have a warehouse in Mona Valley in Tralee. And then recently, last year, we opened a new shop in Dingle Town. And then we have a shop in Listowel, in Killorglin, in Killarney, and Castle Island. And then there's other services that we had. So before COVID-19, we had the Ballybunion Holiday Home, the Towers, and that was a place for people, elderly and so on, who maybe might have an opportunity of a holiday, who could go out to Ballybunion and spend a few days out there, and that was something nationally that the whole society was involved in. Then, like I said, we have Meals on Wheels groups around, so we have them in Tralee, we have them in Listowel, we have them in Ballybunion and Killorglin. I think Killorglin have a daycare centre as well. So, the work of St. Vincent de Paul is vast. Where we have social housing as well in certain areas. So there's a lot of work that we're involved in, and there's a lot of hats on us. But we're well able, and we're there to help as much as we can.
Great, that's good.
And Paddy, what's the best way for people to get in touch with you if they do need some assistance?
So if anybody needs assistance, they can contact us on our number, or they can go onto the svp.ie website and click the Get Help section, and we can give assistance there. So I'll actually get the number now here.
It's 06671 28021, and it's extension 1 if anyone is looking for help.
Great
so
stuff.
It doesn't matter where they are in Kerry. If they need help, they can ring that number, and that's 06671 28021, and it's extension 1. Now, if the girl answers there, or someone lets answer, is well and good. It will be diverted to the local group, and someone then will. It doesn't matter what part of Kerry they're in. The request will go to the local group.
Oh, that's
Lorgan or Dingle. It'll be passed on, and someone will be in contact with them.
Great stuff. Now, Christmas Jumper Day, obviously, we mentioned there at the outset, it's going to be very easy to take part. Now, Elaine and I were talking on the radio only on Friday morning about how it couldn't be easier to take part, actually, even if you're at home, whether you're working from home or you're a stay-at-home parent or whatever, because obviously all you need to do is wear something Christmassy. We're also setting our listeners a challenge that we're hoping to take on ourselves to make their own Christmas jumper, but from objects around the house, so they don't have to go to any major expense or any expense at all, in fact. And we're talking now, lads, sellotape and glue. I heard somebody is going to be using a glue gun, actually, which I'm going to say now, don't blame us for any accidents that happen with the glue gun. Health and safety. But Christmas jumpers in themselves, the shops at the moment are closed, but come the lifting of restrictions, we're assuming that the shops will all be able to open again. And not only will you be able to get a selection of Christmas jumpers in the shops, but obviously there's other bits in the shops too, isn't there?
Well, there's loads. And I suppose there's plenty of stuff you can buy to make up a jumper within our shops, but we have the jumpers ready to go within our shops.
Brilliant.
And I suppose we have seen in the last couple of weeks in our shops that people really realised the quality of clothes that are in our shops. We have done the click and collect for the last couple of weeks, and it has really skyrocketed in the amount of people that have given us support in the last few weeks. And they normally say, we'd never come into your shop, but we spotted it online. And it's after opening up, I suppose, for us, new avenues that we need to look at and going forward. We're also partnered up with a group called Triptify. It's an online platform. So we now sell a lot of our clothes online through Triptify. If you go to our Facebook pages, you can follow the links there to that. So that opened, again, adapting with the markets and what's happening. And it's people normally maybe wouldn't stroll into the shop. You now see what we have for offering us. This is fantastic, and there's great bargains to be got, and presents for people. If it's just there's a bit of everything inside there. And as I say, always keep an eye on our Facebook pages there. It really keeps them up to date, and people what we have and things like that.
Great.
Yeah, actually, Junior. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sure Andrew has more than a glue gun ready to go with his Christmas jumper.
I wasn't the glue gun person. I just wanted to throw it out there.
Sure.
Or was I? I'm going to give it a crack this weekend. Sure. Look, we've already been saying as well. The worst ones will be the better ones, if you know what I mean. So they'll be a bit of crack. So yeah, we're looking forward to that.
Definitely.
Hopefully.
Okay, so we really want employers to get in touch with us and let us know that their employees are going to be taking part, even as you said, Andrew, if they are working from home. I mean, I'm working from home right now. I'm here in my Christmas jumper. That's all it takes. Mm-hmm. You make a donation, you wear your Christmas jumper. If we've got teachers or principals listening in, if they could get in touch with us, tell us that their school is taking part. It's so simple. You wear a Christmas jumper and you make a donation to the St. Vincent de Paul in Kerry. We'll give you all the numbers that you need for making donations as well. But it's very, very straightforward, but we'd love to hear from people who are taking part. We've raised over €95,000 so far in the past few years on Christmas Jumper Day, and our target this year is to raise a whole lot more to add to that phenomenal amount of money that the people of Kerry have raised already. So thank you in advance for all your support of Christmas Jumper Day for 2020. Absolutely.
And Paddy and Junior, let me just say as well to you both, because I know you've had a busy couple of weeks and you'll have a further busy few weeks as well. What would your message be now to people listening and even watching this video about the services that you'll be offering? Well, I know you offer year round, but in particular for these next couple of weeks.
I suppose if anybody is out there and they feel that they need assistance, please do come to us. We're a confidential service. Don't feel that the neighbour next door is going to know your business or anything like that. We're completely confidential. We'll talk to you. We'll do our best. And if there's something that we can't do, we'll do our best to link you to a service that can bring you into the right direction. So please, if there is anybody out there that needs assistance, do make contact with us.
Brilliant. Do you want any final words there, Junior?
No, again, I think Paddy summed it up. Just look, if people are in need, or if they want. Look, if some people, and we go to, it's not all about financial. There's plenty of occasions that we just check in or may pick up the phone to someone, have a chat every day. I myself, I do that to a couple of people. I make sure that they're okay. It's a simple thing, So maybe if someone just wants someone to talk to every day, that's fine. Give us a buzz, and we'll try to arrange, make sure someone can give them just to check in with them and see how they are. It don't have to be financial to be wanted and to have company. And these are the times lonely, and people are finding it lonely. They're afraid to go out, and maybe there isn't people calling around to their house every day. So we need to be there, and we are there for that as well. So
brilliant.
To pick up the phone and talk to us, and we'll do our best to support anyone. Okay. And I think is there going to be some competition for the jumper as well? Is there?
I believe so. Yeah, we're working on prize details for the best /worst homemade Christmas jumper. Yeah, we're working on that, so we'll have those details as well this week, along with donation details for the day of Christmas Jumper Day, which again, a reminder, is December the 11th. It's that Friday, and we'll have more details in the coming weeks on the radio. But listen to you both. Thanks so much for joining us. Keep up the great work, and let us know if there's anything else we can help with. All right.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, you head back to you go back to your virtual sunbed there. Yeah, I love it. Great stuff. Junior,
live
Paddy,
from
thanks
Barbados.
a million. Cheers, lads. We'll talk to you later.
Thanks, Junior.
All right?
Thanks, Paddy.
Bye.
Great stuff.